What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I am Jackelyn Shultz and I am here with another review like always. Today I am going to be reviewing the Hyperchiller. You may have seen this before. It is a really popular item on Amazon. Mine is a little bit frosty right now because I just took it out of the freezer. Basically, what a Hyperchiller is supposed to be able to do is chill down your beverage in like a minute without you having to water it down by adding any ice. Its claim to fame and what it is intended for, I think mostly, is coffee. They say that you can put a hot coffee right in this Hyperchiller and within like 60 seconds you have a nice cold iced coffee. It is not watered down. You don't have to put ice. It is still strong and it is yummy, 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 especially for me who lives in hot, sunny Southern California, which I'm not complaining about, but when it is like 110 degrees, which it's been lately in the summer, I am not that stoked when I have my hot cup of coffee with me outside, but I need my coffee. So I am excited about my new contraption that's gonna give me cold iced coffee that isn't watery. This is good for those coffee connoisseurs who love their coffee and like laugh at those people that add ice and water it down, like, haha, how could you do that? Like I said, it is called the Hyperchiller. It is available on Amazon. It is super popular. I always like looking for the really, really popular items on Amazon and seeing if they're worth all the hype. I mean, sometimes trying out like the Amazon fails are fun as well, but I also want to find just some really good items. This, I think, is one of them because it has over 2,000 ratings, which is a lot, and 4.5 stars, which is pretty good. That means most people like this thing. It is selling for $24.49 right now, currently, while I'm looking at it. I don't know if you go look at it when you're watching this video, it might be a different price. I at first thought it was kind of pricey, but if it does cool down your coffee or other beverages for you in 60 seconds and it's reusable, then I think it's probably worth the money, but we'll see. Like I said, the claim to fame is coffee. Like, it is supposed to be used for coffee. That's what it has on the box, but you can also use it for other beverages. They do not discriminate when it comes to the Hyperchiller. You can use it for tea, so you get some iced tea. You can use it for wine, for spirits, for alcohol, and you can also use it for juice if you want to. Now this thing looks big and bulky and like it holds a whole ton of stuff and liquid, but it doesn't really. It only holds 12.5 ounces, and that's because of the design inside here, the patented design that makes it so it chills everything in 60 seconds. So when I first got this thing, like always, I decided to put it in my dishwasher and clean it before using it. And then I went to take it out of the dishwasher and had a lot of trouble finding the lid. I was looking all over my dishwasher and could not figure out for the life of me where the lid disappeared to, but I finally found it in my sink. I must have just forgot to put it in the dishwasher or wasn't even paying attention. I don't know. I've been super tired lately, exhausted, and so that kind of stuff happens, but that's okay. I just washed the top by hand and then we were ready to go. So it comes with 4 pieces all together. It comes with the big outer shell piece, it comes with the lid on top, and then it comes with the 2 inner canisters or containers, whatever you want to call them, the 2 silver pieces. Inside the smaller piece, there's a little mark, and you're supposed to fill it up with water up to that little mark, and then you just screw it on to the lid. Now the larger silver piece also has a mark inside. You're supposed to fill that up with water to the mark, but you pour that water into the black canister and then you screw the empty silver container onto the lid. Last but not least, you screw the black container that now has water in it onto the lid as well. This makes it so that the center silver piece is empty. That's what's actually collecting your coffee or whatever beverage you're pouring in there. And inside of that is a cold frozen silver container, and outside of that is also a cold frozen black container. So it is surrounded by ice. And that is what is supposed to freeze it really, really quickly. The first thing I wanted to do was just brew myself a regular cup of coffee to see how hot that cup of coffee actually is, so that I can make a comparison and see if it actually cools it down as much as it says it's supposed to. By the way, the claim is that it will cool down your coffee by 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So when I brewed my coffee and I put the little gadget thermometer thingy in there, it says it was 164 degrees, or about 164. It wasn't staying steady at 164, but we're gonna say it was 164 for the purposes of this experiment. I then went to brew another cup of coffee in my Keurig machine. By the way, I am using the largest setting, so it is brewing 12 ounces. It didn't fit into my Keurig machine with the little bottom attachment, so I had to take that off, but it did fit under there without it. And the cool part is you don't even have to unscrew the lid. It'll just brew right into the lid and drip down into the container. After that, I swirled it around for about 60 seconds. Now, it spilled out a little bit because I was swirling a little too hard. You really don't have to swirl that hard. You don't have to go crazy on it because there is a hole. It will spill out. So then I realized that you're just supposed to gently kind of swirl it in a circular motion for about 60 seconds. And then I left it sitting on the counter for another 2 minutes. That was the deceiving part. In all the advertising and on Amazon, it says it'll cool it down in 60 seconds. However, in the manual, it says you swirl for 60 seconds and then you let it rest for 2 minutes before pouring it out. Altogether, it was about 3 minutes inside this container, which is fine. If it does what it is supposed to do, then I don't mind waiting 3 minutes. I poured my hyper-chilled coffee into my cup, took the temperature, and it was about 44 degrees. Again, not exactly 44 degrees, but we're gonna go with 44 degrees. That means in 3 minutes, the Hyperchiller was able to cool down and chill my coffee by 120 degrees, which is amazing. It is not the 130 degrees that it claims, but I feel like it is close enough. The iced coffee was delicious, by the way, and the other thing that I like is cleanup is really easy. You actually don't even have to take it all apart. You can leave the water in the center piece and in the outer piece and then just rinse out the middle piece that had coffee in it and stick it back in your freezer. I took it all apart just so that you can see all the parts in there and you can see the ice that was still inside, but I don't feel like you have to do that every single time. Now, you're supposed to leave it in the freezer for about 12 hours, at least that's what it says. So if it were me, I would just stick it in the freezer at night or after you use it, and you can just leave it in there overnight and use it the next morning. Now, I am going to give you my it's dripping all over me. Hold on, let me put it down. All right, like I was saying, I'm gonna give you my one big complaint about this Hyperchiller, this product. Now, it holds about 12.5 ounces, like I said, but I myself have at least 2 cups of coffee in the morning. This thing is a one-time use, at least for coffee, before you have to refreeze it, and you can't really use it again because the coffee pretty much melted all the ice that was inside. It did work for my coffee, but I don't think it would work as well if I used it a second time without refreezing it again. However, I am assuming that it would work multiple times if you used it for something like alcohol, wine, spirits, juice, because it's not boiling hot and melting the ice that's inside. So it depends what you're using it for and if you want more than 1 cup. All right, overall thoughts on this product. This is a tough one for me because I feel like it works. It did take about 3 minutes, like it said in the manual. It did bring down the temperature, not 130 degrees, but about 120 degrees, which is close enough, without using ice in my coffee like it said it would. It is easy to use and put together. It is easy to clean up. It's dishwasher safe. I mean, overall, I do think it's a really good product and I should give it a thumbs up. The only reason why I would be hesitant is because I don't know how often I would use this. I would probably use it during the summer, like right now, and that's why I'm so excited about it. But when it is not so crazy hot outside, I actually like drinking my hot chocolate, my hot teas, my hot coffees to stay warm. But then I guess I could still use it for wine. I don't know. It is not necessary per se, but it is cool and it does work. So therefore, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Like always though, I'm interested to hear what you have to say, what you think of it. Do you think it is a winner or do you think it's perhaps not necessary? Needless to say, this is going in my Amazon shop because it does work, because I am planning on using it probably tomorrow morning again. So if you are interested in looking into one for yourself or perhaps maybe even a gift, I will put the link in my description. I'm also, like always, going to put the link to my Amazon shop in my description so you could go check out every product I have ever reviewed, as well as every product that I just use on a day-to-day basis. If you enjoyed this review and you just enjoy review videos in general, then you probably will enjoy my channel because that is what I do. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and you can even show me some love by giving me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys again next time, next week, next Friday for our next review. Bye.